Happy morning.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Father.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Father.
A very good morning. Hope you are doing
Good
well.
morning.
Ready to go? It's a very short session on request. We have to do it very fast because we have one more session at 10:30. Are you ready to move?
Yes, Father.
Yes,
Okay.
Father.
So once again, happy morning, everyone. Welcome to EduSkills OET Made Easy. Our mission is to make you fall in love with OET. And if you're watching this on YouTube, kindly consider subscribing to the channel and give us a thumbs up if you like our work, and do comment in the comment space so that we will know how to customize our sessions for you and your need is our syllabus for the next session. And also kindly share the video so that we reach out to many more who are really struggling to crack OET, especially those who are financially struggling. And by meanwhile, EduSkills is a non-profit platform. We don't charge for any of our services. Today's session specifically for advanced learners. So if you're a beginner, you'll have to watch other videos which are meant for beginners. This session is specifically to tell you not to engage into unofficial or unauthentic material. So try to be using only authentic materials. Otherwise, you'll be distressed or have a lot of trouble finding out the answer. And unauthentic materials will never help you to grow, or it will not help your growth or competency. Okay, OET 2.0 Occupational English Test, subtest reading today, reading part C, key skills. I did not tell you about these things. These are the basics. Here, search for clues when you skim. Names of person, device, body parts, or whatever, organizations, anything, whatever the names, that will be a clue for you to skim. Abbreviations being used, scale, synonyms, synonymous language, paraphrasing, comparison and contrast, type and classification, chronology or time expressions, sequential expressions, modal verbs, number or measurement, percent or percentage. These are the basic things which you already know, being advanced learners. Today, we'll be just focusing on the nature of the text.
What point is made by the author is the first paragraph.
Yeah.
Imagine if we could rewrite our brains so that tastes we usually crave become unpleasant, or even nullify responses to taste completely. New research from a group led by neuroscientist Charles Zucker of Columbia University's Zuckerman Institute suggests this may be possible. The research shows the brain is hardwired to generate responses to specific tastes, and the resulting feeling of pleasure or revulsion separate out from the qualities of tastes that allow us to identify them. Knowledge of this circuitry might eventually allow scientists to switch off a craving for sweets by altering or blocking these responses. Option A, if we could modify or nullify our response to taste, we could rewire our brains. B option, the way human brain responds to different tastes is inborn. C, a team of neuroscientists has successfully switched off a craving for sweets in some people. Number D, our responses to different tastes depend on our feelings of pleasure and revulsion.
Thank you. And this passage or this text is taken from a journal named the Scientific American, and I acknowledge their copyright. And this was sent to me by some of the learners, saying that it's very challenging, mainly because though the passage is good passage, the questions are wrong. Maybe we have two questions which are as per the strategies, but I have taken it up just to warn you not to entertain unauthentic materials. That will not help your competency for OET. Maybe for general reading, you can read those things, but then definitely working out those questions will not help you in any way in improving your competency for OET. Most of the time, it hurts you, it gives you stress, it lowers your confidence, and definitely that will definitely have negative effect on your practice. So always I suggest to go for authentic material. So what I want to tell you, this particular text which was sent to me by the learners, I took it, I searched for the source and I found it in Google. This was the source. This text I am using from the source, not from that unauthentic material. The fact is this, the text is not taken as it is, which is not a ethical practice. Text is without even acknowledging the copyright. Text is you can say in a way it is forged, means certain paragraphs are not complete in the material that is being given, and certain paragraphs are left out, and that's not an ethical practice. So what happens is the text is good, but then this is being distorted by someone, and that is posted in the social media or somewhere. It has come to the learners. So always beware of the material. The problem is this material, particular material, the questions in the reading material are not okay. Maybe this one is very good. That's why I've taken it. Anyhow, we'll analyze the text and the questions. Any idea from this? You can unmute and mute after speaking. Any idea looking at the first sentence, topic settles, what sort of paragraph it is? Imagine if you could rewire our brains so that tastes we usually crave become unpleasant, or even nullify responses to taste completely. Word imagine, sorry.
Narration.
What is the nature of the text, maybe? Imagine, when you say imagine, is it about the present tense, past tense, or future tense? The word imagine speaks of past tense or present tense or future? Future, yeah. This is called speculation. Future means speculation. Speculation means it can never be fact. It must be opinion. It cannot be fact. About the future, can you say the fact? No fact is possible. About the future, you cannot speak fact, you cannot make factual statements, which tells you, I'm giving you a very key point. Very fact, if you can understand from the word, it is speculative paragraph, or it is speculating. Speculation means speaking about the future, predicting about the future. Any of the answer options that speaks about fact or factual statements, all can be immediately eliminated. Hope I am clear to you. You said when you heard imagine, the word imagine, it speaks about the future, which means predicts or speculates, which in itself eliminates all the factual statements in the answer options. Let's see how it goes. We'll go in detail into this particular paragraph. Now, imagine if we could rewire our brains. Rewire our brains is the key phrase. That is a key phrase in this particular text. Now you see, may be possible, tells you about speculation, about future, might eventually allow, again speaks about the future, might be possible. Now this is known as a cause and effect language, okay? As I told you, industrialization is the cause of global warming. Industrialization is the cause and global warming is the effect. But the same sentence is put in different way. See, this is the fact I'm telling you from the very first session. Maybe I have repeated this more than 10 times. This is a very important aspect in your reading, especially C, as well as listening. Now in the answer, they will confuse you with a cause and effect to test you whether you understand this competency, whether you have this competency of understanding the cause effect language. Now you see, they put in another way and say global warming is the result of industry, cause of, result of. So effect comes first, cause next. And industrialization leads to global warming, leads to another word being used here, cause, effect. Now what happens in the text, they will give you in one mode and they will confuse you with the cause and effect. They will make effect at the cause and give you in the answer as one of the options, which looks as if it is right in your plain reading. So let's take the first option. What points is made by the author in the first paragraph, first para? If you could modify or nullify our response to taste, we could rewire our brains. That is the first option. So nullifying our response to taste is the cause. We could rewire our brains is effect. Now this is the text. This is the text. Imagine if what we read, just the first sentence. Imagine if we could rewire our brains so that even nullify responses to taste completely. I told you, you can strike out certain things so that you can reach the clear meaning immediately. Imagine if we could rewire our brains to nullify responses to taste completely. So what is the cause here? Anybody? This is the answer option, okay? We are not considering whether right answer or wrong answer. Let's consider the nature of the language. So what is the cause? What is the effect here? Here, nullifying our response to taste is given as cause in the first answer option. And we could rewire our brains is effect. Means by nullifying our response to taste, we could rewire our brains. We can rewire our brains. But here, imagine if we could rewrite our brains to nullify responses to taste completely. What is the cause in the reading passage and what is the effect?
Cause is rewire our brains.
Okay. Cause is
And
rewire our brains. But in the option, what they have done? They made it effect.
It's yes.
Just to confuse, it looks as if same as it is in diagram. And the effect here, nullifying responses to taste completely, is made the cause in the first option. So ultimately that has to be eliminated. That answer has to be eliminated. Here, much more than reaching to the answer, I am trying to teach you the nature of a particular text by which you can immediately eliminate the answers. So here, cause, effect. Okay, so I hope you have understood in the reading text what is cause. Rewiring our brains is the cause, which is made effect in the answer option to confuse you. This is one of the strategies being used in all your reading and listening materials. So whenever you have a cause effect language, this will be the nature of the questions. Once you become competent about it, immediately as you see the nature of the language, you will know this is the trick they are going to play with you. Hope it is clear. Now,
Yes, Father.
yeah, now I am taking D option. I'll come back to C, B and C. What point is made by the author in the first paragraph? Our responses to different tastes depend on our feelings of pleasure and revulsion. Yes, D option. Now here, cause is our responses to different tastes. Effect is our responses to different tastes in D option. Cause is our feelings of pleasure and revulsion. Now, here, the research shows that brain is hardwired to generate responses to specific tastes and the resulting feelings of pleasure or revulsion. See, resulting feeling is the result of industrialization, is the result of globalization. No, globalization is the globalization is the result of
industrialization.
See how they play with the games. I am showing you that particular slide since the very beginning of our sessions. Okay, here you see what is the result now? Feeling of pleasure or revulsion. Here that result is effect here. Cause, brain is hardwired to generate responses to specific taste. This is the cause. Okay, cause of, it looks same. Effect is same, cause is same, right? Here effect is this one. In the passage plus in the answer option, cause and effect, there is no confusion as you had in the first option. Here, cause is same, effect is same. There is no difference. Only there is a paraphrasing. But the problem is depend on. Depend on. We'll come to that and details of that particular language. Okay. So, when you're reading or listening to an argument, it's important to be able to tell the difference between statements of fact and statements of opinion. A number of ways you can express your opinion using phrases and using modal verbs. Now, the key words to listen for or read for is believe, think, argue, feel, opinion, view. If you have in the question statement or the reading passage or listening audio, these words, that tells you it is an opinion. So you should be reading for that or listening for that. These vary from formal to informal. Fact or opinion varies. When you speak about opinion, one difference what I want to make you, what is the difference between OET and IELTS, IELTS or TOEFL? IELTS, TOEFL, these exams, they have to use academic language, whereas you are supposed to use professional language, not academic language. There are three grades of language. One is colloquial language, what we just speak, the normal English, what we speak, as I take classes, there's a difference. For example, if I'm taking classes, I will not be using the colloquial language. I'm using a sort of teacher's professional language. As nurses, you are supposed to use professional language. But then when you go for a competitive exams like IELTS or TOEFL, you are supposed to academic language. You should be able to differentiate these things. Talking with my friends, I can say, I think, I believe, I can use those words. But in a class or tutorial, what I have to use, in my opinion, or in my view, you'll have to say that way. And when it comes to writing an essay or giving a very formal talk, it should be, it is believed or it is thought. It is believed that or it is thought that. Normally, in formal writing, academic writing, you will not use the first person, I. Okay. That's not very important for you. This is a common thing using modal verbs, you know, present, can, may, should, must, could, might. All these things are very familiar for you, I believe.
So you're saying that it is believed, or instead of I believe, it is believed.
It is believed, yeah, it is believed that, yes.
In writing letter.
In formal writing. You don't require, I just gave you an idea. There is a difference between languages. Like when they say you are not supposed to use moreover, furthermore in your writing, that doesn't mean those are wrong expressions. That's not correct in English. They are academic expressions, not professional.
Okay.
That doesn't require you are nursing professional or health professional, being a doctor, physiotherapist, or a nurse. You don't require those academic words to be written in your letter. Got it? So I'm giving you an idea. What is the difference between different grades of language, colloquial language, professional language, and what you call academic language. The international exams like IELTS, TOEFL, those things, you require academic language. You need to use moreover, furthermore, such expression. Definitely you have to use. Whereas professional language, as a teacher, I'm using my professional language now when I teach you. That belongs to my profession. But as a health professional, you have to use health professional language. Whereas other thing, when we are friends, we just have the colloquial language in the communication. That's the only difference I wanted to give in your mind. These are very essential for you to understand. Otherwise, you will get, okay, moreover is wrong. It's not a right English. But that's an excellent academic expression to be used in your writing. But OET doesn't appreciate because it's not OET doesn't appreciate. Professional, your profession doesn't require those expressions to be used in your letters. Okay, you can use, we can express opinions by using modal verbs. Modal verbs, opinion and attitudes. This is very important in our reading part C. They make statements less certain or less definite. Modal verbs make statement less certain or less definite. They can also be used for recommending and advising. Now, the modal verbs used for opinions are would, should, might, could. These words signal that the speaker is giving an opinion. 50,000 will die. Is it a factual statement or opinion? 50,000 will die.
Fact.
Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a factual statement. 50,000 might die.
It's opinion.
Yeah, it's opinion. This is the difference you have to make out in your list. As I told you, I'll show you now in the very question that we are dealing with. Once you know the text is speaking about speculative speculation, or it's speaking about the future, or it is speculating or predicting, then you know factual statements cannot be the right answers. So that's how you eliminate in a blanket as a blanket solution. Okay, modal verbs. When making suggestions and giving advice, use should. Suggestions and giving should means if the should is used, there is a suggestion or advice. So it cannot be a fact. It cannot be a factual statement. So if you're listening or reading, you have the should word should being used, you should be careful about it. And when describing future possibility and probability or predicting, speculating, you have to use may or might. Speculation, you have to use may or might, which is being used in this particular paragraph that we are dealing with. The importance of opinions. Part of the testing, part of your reading and listening testing, focus in reading and listening part C is to check your understanding of opinions. Part of the major portion or one of the focus of your reading and listening part C is to check your understanding of your opinions. Often the presentation of one opinion will lead to a response with a second opinion, which may agree or disagree with the original one. No, there is a controversy. One speaks, other one disagrees with the other person. So the opinion will be asked, the opinion of the author or someone. You need to be able to identify when an opinion is being given and what the opinion is. There are clues in the questions which require you to focus on an opinion. This can be quite obvious clues such as Dr. Gibbons' opinion, in Dr. Gibbons' opinion. In maybe in your question or the text, these clues will be available. Most of these clues you can identify as the stem words in your question, so that you know what should be your answer. Or the clues can be slightly less obvious, not very clear, like how does Dr. Gibson feel about? That also speaks about opinion. And other words used in questions which give clues that an opinion is the focus are believe, think, view, impressed. These are the words that you have to read for or look for or listen for in the audio or in the script or in the text that you are given. Okay. So factor. I do not think small amounts of sunlight increase the risk of cancer. Fact or opinion?
Opinion.
Okay. Small amounts of sunlight do not increase the risk of cancer.
Fact.
Great. Yes, I believe that vitamin D deficiency might become common among adults.
Opinion.
Opinion.
In what tense? I believe that vitamin D deficiency might become common among the adults. What tense?
Future.
Future.
Okay, opinion in the speculative. Yeah, vitamin D deficiency will affect 25% of adults.
Fact.
Future and fact.
Fact, yes. This will affect future fact. Yes, great. So modal verb, function and usage. Can, ability or possibility. I can swim. Okay. Then may, permission. Please mute. When you speak, you unmute. Okay. Just you keep your finger there. Immediately you can mute and unmute. Okay. May used for permission. May I start now? Yes, you may. Yes, I permit you. And may also is used for possibility. For example, I may go to the concert today, or I may go to the cinema tonight. Okay. Should is used for advice, recommendation, and suggestion. You look unwell. You should see a doctor. It's a suggestion or recommendation. You should drink at least 3 liters of water every day. Those are the suggestions or recommendations. Must, necessity or obligation. It's mandatory. Drivers must obey the road rules. It's not drivers should obey the road rules. It's traffic rules. It is drivers must, which means a necessity or an obligation, but it's mandatory. If you don't follow, you will be penalized. The past tense form of must, had to. Okay. Prediction, speculation. I'm just taking these aspects which are hinted at in this particular text. Okay. One is verbs, predictions. When you are speaking about future, you can understand these. If these words are being used, that speaks about speculation or future tense. Verbs like I guess, imagine, suppose, I think. Please.
Sir, must and had you told. Must, had is the past tense of.
Had to is
So
the past tense of must.
What about must then? Must is which tense?
It's
Is there
present
any
tense.
tense
You must do it. It's a present tense. If I say you had to do it, but you did not do. You had to complete your assignment, but you did not do. You must do it tomorrow or today. You must submit it. Which means it's not past. You had to complete your
future.
Yeah, you had to complete your must can be present or future. You must do it where it depends on the time expression being used. You must do it today, tomorrow, next year, next week. It all depends on the time expressions. Okay, this is a modal verb. There will be main verb coming along with that. Okay, is that clear? Yeah. Now verbs, I guess, imagine, suppose, I think, hope, suspect, expect. All these are the words being used for speculation. Speculation is speaking about future. And modal verbs used for speculation are we may, people might, there could be, it will be, it would. So if it starts with these words, as you know, the present text begins with imagine. The present text paragraph speaks with the word imagine, which tells us the thing is about speculation or prediction about the future. So anything that is in the past tense in the answer option or present tense or the factual statements cannot be the answer, so they can be automatically eliminated. And the conditionals being used for future, if, I will, might, could. These are the conditional being used. This only because you are advanced learners, I'm giving you a little one step ahead informations. So what point is made by the author in the first paragraph? We are taking the C option. Okay. I was preparing you with all these slides about fact or opinion just for this option, C option. See, a team of neuroscientists has successfully switched off a craving for sweets in some people. It's a factual statement. Successfully switched off. But the reading passage says, new research from a group led by neuroscientist Charles Zucker suggests this may be possible. May is the modal verb. So is it a factual statement here?
Opinion.
No.
Opinion.
What does it say about this answer option?
Wrong.
That can be eliminated. That's wrong. Correct? Because the passage speaks about suggestion. Okay. Whereas this is a factual statement. Now I am suggesting it would be better that each one of you purchase a BMW today. That doesn't mean every one of you has purchased BMW. Correct? That's entirely different. So a suggestion is not a fact. Now, what point is made by the author in the first paragraph? So this is the one. Now you see, I just want to show you the paraphrasing. Okay. See, new research from a group led by neuroscientist Charles Zucker suggests this may be possible. The paraphrasing used in the answer option is a team of neuroscientists has successfully switched off a craving for sweets in some people. Now you see, a group, a team of. This is a anonymous expression. And here may be possible, suggests may be possible, but here it is successfully switched off, which means this is wrong. This is maybe opinion. This is fact, factual statement. Okay. Now we are coming to B and D comparison. What point is made by the author in the first paragraph? So we have dealt with option A, option D, option C. Now we are going to make a comparison between B and D. B says the way human brain responds to different tastes is inborn. The way human brain responds to different tastes that we feel, the tastes are inborn, means we get by birth. By birth, you can understand different tastes. That's a B option. Whereas the C option says, D option says our responses to different tastes depend on our feelings of pleasure and revulsion. Depend on means our feelings of pleasure and revulsion, which is acquired. It's not inborn, it is acquired depending on our feelings of pleasure and revulsion. So first statement says inborn. The opposite is depend on our feelings, means it is acquired. So what is the elimination method? If you have seen my video on elimination, or if you have attended my session on elimination, when you have two opposites, one is inborn, one other one is acquired, it's opposite, right? What does it speak? Now, in the elimination method session, I told you, if there are two opposites, here opposites means one is inborn, other one is depend on means acquired. Inborn or acquired, they are opposites, like night and day, or acquired and by birth, here as it is given here, or white and dark, white and black. So if there are two opposites among your four options, you can immediately eliminate other two. Now, what I taught you in the elimination method session is that when there are two opposites out of four options, two options are just opposites, which means you can hold on to those opposites and eliminate the other two. Other two automatically get eliminated. When there are two opposites, opposite meaning answer options, one of them must be the answer. So automatically other two will be eliminated, means 50-50 now. Here you have two opposites, so one of this must be the answer. Is that clear to you?
Yes, Father.
Yes. So here B is the answer. Okay. B is the answer as per elimination method. I am just applying elimination method, which is not required here. Still, I wanted to show you this example. You see, in the elimination method, if you have not watched, you definitely have to watch that video. Okay. If you have not attended the session. Now you see, I gave you 7 skills to eliminate. One is eliminate the absolute. I'm not going to explain those things. It will take long time. Eliminate the wrong ones. Look for precise language. Straight opposite. This is what I said. When there are straight opposites, one of them is correct. Definitely correct. When there are straight opposites, two options, one of them is definitely the correct answer, which means the other two options are automatically eliminated. Then radical answers are definitely incorrect. Never be correct. Educated guess, random guess. Okay. So this is how I look into the whole thing. So the answer is the way human brain responds to different tastes is inborn. This is the gist of the paragraph. Okay. The way human brain responds to different tastes is inborn. That's why they start saying, if we could rewire our brains, means we have to rewire. It is already wired at birth to give a certain response to taste. So they're saying, if we can rewire it, we can change the taste. Okay. New research suggests this may be possible, which says it is not sure, may be possible. Might eventually allow scientists to switch off. Might eventually allow scientists. Might. Not sure. In the future. Hope that is clear. Focus on the topic sentence to understand the gist or main idea in the paragraph. Focus of the text, main idea or concept presented by the author, theme of the essay or the article or the text. So here the focus is rewire our brains. This is the first paragraph. So very first sentence normally in the introduction gives you the main idea or the focus of the whole text, which may contain several paragraphs. So you need to know the main concept or main idea or the focus area of the article, which helps you to understand rest of the things. Where do you find the main idea? In the introduction or first question. Okay, even when you read the first question, you can understand. Which of the, see, this is one example I'm giving you. Okay, gene therapy, you will be familiar with that. Same method is being used. Just to tell you, this is being repeated in most of the reading passage. See, the word starts, imagine. Imagine healing the body without drugs or surgery. Instead, a physician uses the body's own building blocks to heal you. So, what is it a factual statement? What is the tense?
Future.
Future, yeah.
Future.
Exactly the same way.
Opinion.
This is all, yeah. This is also the first paragraph of gene therapy, that particular reading text. Now you see, as I told you, you can strike out what is between commas. Imagine healing the body without drugs or surgery, which means a physician uses the body's own building blocks to heal you. Using the body building blocks. Okay, which of these can be attributed to gene therapy in the process of healing? See, using the body building blocks, clearly given here, building blocks to heal you.
Yes.
So we are not explaining that. I am telling you exactly the same method or same nature of the text and the question pattern is being followed in most of your readings. And reading has got a strategy. They cannot give you other things. Additional example, which of these can be attributed to gene therapy in the process of healing? That's the same thing. Just I showed you this, imagine healing the body without drugs or surgery is the key idea given in the very first sentence of the first paragraph, introductory paragraph. Okay. So imagine if you could rewire our brains so that nullify responses to taste completely. If you understand this one topic sentence in the introductory paragraph, you understand the whole message of the text. Not only this paragraph, but the message of the text. The whole thing is going to discuss about rewiring our brains. Means our brain is wired in a particular way when it's born by birth. Now you have to rewire it to nullify responses because some people don't like certain tastes. Now we have to make them like. For example, husband doesn't like particular taste, but wife likes it. And now wife cannot prepare that particular dish, but she is so fond of it. Now, if a wife can try rewiring the brain of her husband, she can definitely enjoy her taste. So that's a thing they are trying. Please.
Just behind backslide. Sir, we have.
Could you tell me your name?
Dr. Mohammed Fulen.
Okay, I'll revisit any slides. Okay, once I finish, I think you are a beginner, I believe. Our policy is that we will be completing the thing. Then we will give you a chance. Next 10 minutes will be after the session to revisit any of the slides, 5 or 10 minutes as required. We will be explaining it again. Then we have Q&A. Okay, we'll get back to you.
Okay. Okay.
You can just write down the slide number or whatever the slide concept. Okay, imagine if we could rewire our brains so that nullify responses to taste completely is the topic sentence of the introductory paragraph, which is the topic of the whole article or text. Okay, and you know this is the topic sentence, this is the structure of the paragraph. And if the introductory paragraph has that structure, every paragraph will have it. And you know, focus on the structure of the paragraph, you have this particular structure in this paragraph. So I am showing you to a way again to fix in your mind speculative nature of the text, which means all factual statements could be eliminated. If all factual statements in the answer options could be eliminated. Okay. Now the 16th one is this. We will not be reading it, I believe. You need to read. Okay, maybe one.
Father,
yeah.
So meanwhile, whenever the writer is asking regarding any opinion in question or in paragraph, so we have to eliminate the facts.
Okay.
And same way for opposite. Is it like that?
Yeah, when it is opinion, facts cannot be the answer. No.
Okay.
It can never be the fact can never be the answer. So answers immediately, facts can be eliminated.
Okay.
If from the stem words of the question, if you can understand, they are asking for an opinion. Opinion can never be factual statement.
Yes.
Okay, that's clear idea what I gave you. So be sure, this is what I'm telling you, how to kill your enemy, the time. Time is the greatest enemy for OET aspirants. So you can simply kill your enemy just by knowing from the stem word, this is an opinion. So this is a factual statement, just eliminate. Okay, right. Somebody just read this. We'll go only 2 or 3. We will not go in detail. One we have gone in detail because I wanted to specifically teach you one strategy. It's very important strategy.
Does
Okay.
Zucker's group infer in the second paragraph? Zucker's group has previously shown that receptors on the tongue that respond to one of the 5 tastes, sweet, bitter, salty, sour, and umami,
Yes.
send signals to specific parts of the cortex. The brain's outermost region responsible for higher cognitive function. Different areas of the taste or gustatory cortex receive inputs from different types of receptors, creating dedicated regions for each taste, directly stimulating these neurons using light-sensitive proteins activated via fiber optic cables, a technique called Optogenetics causes mice to behave as though they are experiencing specific taste. Simply activate a few hundred cells in the bitter cortex and the animal not only thinks it's tasting bitter but execute all the associated behaviors, including gagging, cleaning its mouth, and so forth. Zucker says the message from that was taste is really in your brain.
Okay. Now what does
Options. It is possible to experience a specific taste without involving the tongue. Higher cognitive function, including taste, are controlled by the cortex of the brain. Optogenetics is an emerging branch. They have conducted experiments only on mice.
Okay. Now, for example, now we have now what does Zucker's group infer in the second paragraph? First paragraph, the topic or the gist was that taste is in the brain. It's inborn. Correct, right? So
Yes,
here,
Father.
it is possible to experience a specific taste without involving the tongue. That answer is clear from the first paragraph itself. First says it's not from the tongue, it is brain is wired in such a way that's what gives you a taste, makes you experience some taste. So the first option says it is possible to experience a specific taste without involving the tongue. That's a correct statement, right? Now here they are asking what does Zucker's group infer? Means the conclusion. Conclusion is clearly given. Zucker says the message from that was taste is really in your brain. Taste is really in your brain. So this was clearly told you in the first paragraph, previous paragraph. Brain is wired typically for experiencing taste. The same thing is put in other words here. The same explanation is forwarded. That's why I said, once you understand the introductory paragraph, the main idea, the focus of the article, the concept, main concept, you easily connect with other answers as well. Now, optogenetics, one criteria can just ignore whatever comes between hyphens or between commas. Now, optogenetics comes between 2 hyphens, right? So I have just, as I read, I strike it out, which says this answer is to be eliminated. And here also I strike out without, even reading without these portions, you can have the full meaning and you can gain the answer. Hope this is clear. Infer means what did they conclude? Conclusion is given at the end of the paragraph. Also, when there is they are asking about infer, the word infer or conclude, you can definitely go to the last portion of the paragraph to understand if they have given something of this sort. For example, here it is clearly given. Zucker says the message from that was taste is really in your brain. It is possible to experience a specific taste without involving the tongue. If the taste is in your brain, why do you require your tongue? You need not depend on your tongue. Okay, that's why certain things taste good for some people, it tastes bad for other people. It's not because of the tongue. Tongue physically you can know, and maybe physiologically you can understand tongue has a same system, but then brains are different. What I want to tell you, the answer is there in the first paragraph itself. If you have understood the first paragraph, introductory paragraph, you understood the answer as well.
Excuse me, Father.
Please.
So this question and answer depends on the previous question, right? Answer? Right,
No.
Father?
Actually, the answer is here. What is inferred? Inferred means concluding. What is inferring means drawing from the whole study. What is being drawn or understood? What
So
is
it's
inferred?
not depend on this paragraph. The whole.
No. This paragraph only. The answer is here. The message from that was taste is really in your brain. Okay, but the same idea was explained in the first paragraph. The very topic sentence of the first paragraph said the brain is wired in such a way. Imagine if you could rewire your brain so that you can taste differently. Okay.
So that rewire and every thing we saw in the previous paragraph, right? Now.
Yes, that's what I said. There is a sequence.
Yes.
I have explained to you several times about the importance of sequence.
Okay.
If you understand the sequence, you clearly understand, get the idea easily. Here, and reading this one, you reconfirm the answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought until today, once we complete the previous question and paragraph, so we can forget about that. So it's not like that, right?
I think you must be a beginner. Otherwise, I have explained in every C part. I have explained in listening and reading. I have made at least 3 slides for each session, emphasizing and stressing the need for sequence. Understanding the sequence of the paragraph.
On coming 23rd or 23rd, Father. So that's
we'll get back. If you need more further clarification, we'll get back. Okay, after this one.
Okay,
any slides we'll visit. Factual statement, facts, because students for the aspirants for the next session are waiting in the waiting room. Factual statement. This is fact. These are fact. Previous one was opinion. This one is fact. Inferred means fact. From the study, this is the result. 7th one we will not be dealing today. See, to dwell deeper into the brain's taste circuitry. This one, what you call, this is a lexical question. This one also will not deal with aggressively because, okay, there's a gist thing. These are not very authentic. The questions are not very authentic. That's why I told you just we will not deal with those things. The researchers hypothesis. Hypothesis, what does it speak? Hypothesis means not proven. Hypothesis means yet to be proved. Hypothesis of research. So what does that word, the researchers hypothesized, mean? Speculation about the future. It might, see that repeated again, it might be possible, it should be possible, responsible to real, all this, grammatically reduce this over here, but it could ultimately, now there is a contrast, what is contrast and what comes next is something important. Okay, but it could ultimately have implications for researchers looking to treat people with severe obesity problems by blocking certain responses to certain tastes. So when there is a contrast, the answer will be after the contrast. That the strategy I have taught you. We will be going to the last one. Okay. What is the time? 10 o'clock. Okay. So the research expounded in the passage will probably find application. Yeah. Reducing weight, clinical research, treating obesity causing disorders. Maybe you can read once this paragraph just for 21. Yeah, just read this one.
The research expounded the passage will be probably find applications in. The researchers hypothesize that if different brain regions are responsible for imposing different features of the sense of taste, it might be possible to disassociate them. We thought it should be possible to have the taste of sweets without being attracted. Soccer says, conversely, it should be able to give you a bitter and you know that you are tasting something bitter, but be completely blind to its innate OSCE features. To investigate, they conducted another set of experiments in which they blocked amygdalar activity, either genetically or with a drug. They first showed this both abolished the effect of directly stimulating cortical taste neurons on appetitive and aversive behaviors and dramatically reduced these behaviors in response to real taste. They then trained mice to identify taste, and the final experiment showed that silencing the amygdala has no effect on their ability to perform this task, despite the profound effect it has on reducing their response to the same taste. This finding implies different components of taste experiences are dissociable and can be independently modified or even removed. This study separates the identification of taste from their valence, the tie notes, which could be key to understanding how we can learn to like beer or coffee, and why we are capable of finding cake frosting disgusting if we have previously been sick from eating it. This is fundamental research with no immediate clinical relevance, but it could ultimately have implications for researchers looking to treat people with severe obesity problems by blocking certain responses to certain tastes. There may even be implications for understanding eating disorders because food's valence may be connected to the guilt experienced in conditions like anorexia. Options: reducing weight, clinical research, treating obesity causing disorders, diagnosing eating disorders.
Okay. Now you see the thing is this. When I said one criteria we learned is if there is a contrasting word called however or but such expressions, the answer will be immediately after that, not before that. So these things are being spoken of, then you have a contrasting word but. In spite of all these explanations, but it could ultimately have implications for researchers looking to treat people with severe obesity problems. Do you have a obesity problem here?
Yeah.
But
Reducing weight.
yeah, reducing weight is obesity problem, right? Other thing is treating obesity causing disorders. Obesity problem is not treating obesity is not treating obesity causing disorders, right? So that is
No.
tracing the cause. This is treating the effect. Obesity is the effect. Other disorders are the cause. Again, cause and effect language is being used here. Otherwise, treating obesity causing disorders looks like a right answer. No, it sounds like a right answer. But they have clearly put it looking to treat people with severe obesity problems, not obesity causing disorders, reducing weight. So you see, cause and effect language again is important, and contrasting word is very important. All other things, clinical research is clinical, no implication, immediate clinical relevance. So we'll just check the options. Now you see, just check the option. So what I've shown you here, see lower part I have highlighted with the contrast word. This is important. Once you are competent, you need to immediately you can swoop into the, as you skim through, you can understand there is a contrasting word, you can locate the answer immediately without reading all these details. And reducing weight is a factual statement, but contrast word ultimately is a scale being used. You know, 3 strategies being used immediately here near the answer, but it could ultimately have implications for researchers looking to treat people with severe obesity problem is a factual statement, which is the right answer. And the second one is an opposite, clinical research. You see here, no immediate clinical relevance. But here it says clinical relevance. This is fundamental research with no immediate clinical relevance, which means it's the opposite form. Okay, opposite to what is given in the text. Testing obesity causing disorders, cause and effect language. Obesity causing disorders is the cause. Obesity is the effect. So we are speaking about the effect here to treat people with severe obesity problems. And this is diagnosing eating disorders. Opinion, maybe. There may even be implications. There may be implications for understanding eating disorders. Maybe, not sure. Okay, it's an opinion. So here it is not opinion. They are asking for a factual statement and answer. Okay, the question is a factual fact being asked for. Okay, thank you. And this is not an authentic material. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Father.
Yes,
Yeah.
Father.
See, this is the original article in Google. I just fact checked it. And this article is the questions I inserted to check whether questions. See, these portions are removed and one particular paragraph is made into 2 paragraphs, which means the whole structure of the paragraph is distorted. And this one paragraph is not there in the whole text, which is given to you as the reading material. So this is the original text in Google. So that says this is not an authentic material. That will kill your competency and also give you a lot of stress.
Father, shall I ask one question, Father?
Yes, please. Yeah.
How to eliminate the comma words? You strike out something and
Okay. Those
we
are
can
the,
easily get.
yeah, you are a beginner, right?
Sir, actually, can I find this video, how to strike out the commas sentence? Is there any video available in YouTube, Father?
There are plenty of videos. Those are the basic things when we teach the basic strategies. One of the 12 strategies. One is subject complements. You can just strike out, ignore. Means 99% the answers will not be from there. Even if you require that when you skip and go in the remaining time, you can come back and verify. If you don't get an answer, you can read everything. Otherwise, in the skimming, you will never get into that. And I gave you an example. So many examples are there, videos are there and somebody, the admin panel members may post it in the platform. Okay, you can get it. If you don't find it,
Okay,
like many videos I have, maybe recent videos also. Like if you can take day 1, day 2, day 3, definitely those videos will have those things. Day 1, day 2, day 3,
Okay,
recently
Father.
uploaded videos. Okay.
Okay, Father. Thank you so much, Father.
Welcome.
Sir, the same question which Sabita was asking, in between the commas, no?
Yeah.
We are just striking. I don't know, maybe sir have already taught that before.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I was thinking there was in one paragraph before 116th question, there was two effect, ultimate sensing of tongue.
No, sorry. That was not two effects. What we call is normally subject complements. And I repeatedly I used to tell you, for example, the example I gave you in the previous, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, comma, a renowned scientist, comma, a good, excellent teacher, comma, a world famous, philosopher,
Okay.
comma, was the former president of India. What I want to tell you is that Dr. APJ Kalam was our former president. Whatever comes in between is subject complement, which is not essential to understand the main idea. My idea was to tell you that Dr. APJ Kalam was the former president of India. Whatever between commas are known as subject complements, which is not essential to understand the answer. Normally in OET, you don't have answers from the subject complements. So that if you try to ignore them, you can easily understand the main theme. So before today's session, this was not a pre-planned sessions. That's why I said when you put your comments or your concerns in the YouTube space and mentors hour, we immediately take note of that and conduct sessions for that. That's our policy.
Thank you so much, sir. This is actually a new experience and new idea of learning. And I actually, truly speaking, you can see a bunch of materials with me and I was really doing hard with it.
I appreciate your attitude, doctor. Now, the thing is this, the whole social media is with all the unauthentic materials. I tell you, if you start practicing this material, only 2 questions are correct. All the other 4 questions are wrong. I did not go in detail. Questions are wrong because they are not strategically framed. They are framed by unauthentic people just to give material. And no one can get a good score in this material. So don't ever try to get unauthentic material and practice. That will kill your competency. Not only that, that will give you a lot of confusions. It's a very easy exam, simple exam. I tell you, like it's a matriculation level, 10th level exam. Recently, I told you, other day you might have seen Neha Biju, who uploaded a video.
Yeah. Last
And I asked her, she is a +2 student, just +2 completed, and I asked her to do some 5-6 materials reading practices. She got every material, she got more than 35, every practice. Then I asked her to create a video. Like she has never known what is OET. And one more video you can see there, one Shalini's daughter, I don't remember her name. She is in the 8th standard. I asked her to do a mock test. And this girl, 8th standard girl, got 36. She never knew what is OET, not even the full form of OET. She is an 8th standard student studying in St. Agnes High School.
The way of their learning, maybe, right, sir?
Yeah, the way of learning, the competence, This is, if you compare this with the CBSE syllabus, this is nothing. Just take the question paper of CBSE multiple choice questions, MCQs last academic year, 2 months back, and that is 4 times challenging than these questions.
That is true, sir. Actually, you are doing it without any. I asked the first question, how much I should pay. I call from here.
Yeah. Everybody asks. That is a common question people ask me.
I met a guy last time when I went for exam in Dubai. He was from Pakistan. He only gave your things, and this was the benchmark. This they have given from you. Is there anything like that module also he give me?
Where? No,
I mean,
benchmark, there are different benchmark. Benchmark is not a program. We have used the benchmark word in this vocabulary sense. We call beginners, EduSkills beginners benchmark study plan. Means it is a structured, systematic, step-by-step, day-by-day training for 5 months for the beginners. Yeah. Benchmark, there is another platform called benchmark, something like that. That's not the way. This is just the word used. Benchmark is the standard word being used in English for a strategical, customized approach.
Anyway, thank you so much, sir. I don't know how to,
yeah, but we want to reach out to maximum people so that people don't suffer unnecessarily. No? This is a very simple exam if you really understand the strategies. Please.
Father, may I?
Yes, please.
Father, I am a beginner, and how can I get the beginners classes? Today's
beginners,
class is ready for us.
Yeah, today at 10:30 is the beginners class. Now we have started admitting them. He will be getting out, and they will be getting.
Can you please admit me also? I will not talk.
Yeah, we will not be closing this session. You can admit those who are in the waiting room. Okay, by the meantime, these can use this 5 minutes more.
Father, me also beginners for that 10:30 class. Can you join me?
No,
I'm Beena. I'm also beginners.
Yeah, you can remain. We are not closing the classroom. Those who want to can exit. Those who want to can exit. Do you understand? We are not closing this classroom. Those who want to remain can remain.
Okay, Father. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you, Father.
That's what I told the admin panel. You can admit those members who are in the waiting room.
We need to admit according to our list now, Father.
Yeah, according to the list.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning.
Good morning. Very good morning. I'm happy to welcome Vinny.
Good morning, Father.
One of our very, very sincere, committed candidates who scored very good score, high scores, 400 plus in our reading, listening and all. She'll be guiding the beginners in the next hour. Yes. And if somebody threatens you, please some issues and all that, personal messages to you, you can just send me the screenshot. We will manage them easily. And try to like and share the videos maximum so that we reach out to maximum people. Help your own colleagues, your own people, health professionals. If you don't help each other, who will support you? The whole world don't require anything. If you clearly share it and it reaches to the people, if people are ready and patient enough to spend their time on OET, no other thing is required, because we are uploading maximum videos, sessions as required by anyone, any professional. And I always suggest those who have not booked your exams, please don't book until you are confident. Let's enjoy this learning process for a couple of months. And the UK, Australia, Canada, all these countries will be there even after 2 or 3 months. They will not vanish.
Hello, good morning, Father.
Yes, please.
Father, I understood part A very nicely, but yesterday I tried B part. Okay, it was okay, but little bit doubts was there. Some synonyms cannot match to the questions, and I was little bit confused.
You should not. You should not. Yeah, I am sad you are confused a little bit. You should be confused completely, because you are on the first day of part B practice, right?
Yes, Father. Completely, you can say, because
if you are only a little bit confused, you did not understand the strategies. If you have understood the strategies, you will get confused a lot. From that confusion, practice will bring the perfection. That is competency.
Okay, Father. But very nice, Father. The explanation was very nice. I was little confused, but I was happy also to attempt first time. It was good.
Application takes time. No, that's what I said. I give you the knowledge, strategies and all. I tell you that is only the knowledge. Skill comes with the practice. Competency happens only through practice, patient practice. So it takes time.
Yes, Father. Yes, Father. Thank you.
See, you can see the scores and assessment forms I was going through within a week. Almost everybody, I can tell you 95+% have reached 18, 19, 20. That too within 12 or 10 minutes. A part. And there are a couple of them, maybe you require a little more practice. That's fine for you, no issues. Within a couple of days, you will reach that gauge. And A part, you can definitely score 19, if not 20. and people are behind magics. So try to add maximum people, reach out to maximum people, connect to maximum people, share the videos and share your comments in the comment space. And when you go through the other comments, just give them a like, those who have commented. This all will help to reach to maximum people. Only thing, when we are spending so much time, I told you minimum 15 hours on a video, uploading a video, people should benefit from it. Otherwise, we will be prompted to stop it. That's the problem. No, now I have not uploaded even 50% of the videos of the sessions that I have taken.
But really, when we watch it, each and
actually, you know, sir, normally normally most of us, I don't know, especially me, we are not very much familiar with these social medias. So the values and the understanding, the values that others give for these things are very hard to evaluate. Now I understand that how much, you know, you have the respect to that kind of things. I mean, so inshallah, we will try to, I mean, especially myself.
There are hundreds and thousands of people who are benefiting from this channel, and they are definitely going through success. This reaches to maximum people. Join hands with me. That's what I am requesting you. If one health professional, a doctor or a nurse, specifically nurses I highlight, if he can succeed in this OET, not one person, their next generations will definitely be saved, you know, especially those who are struggling with financial difficulties because of Corona and all that. I just began only for those people, those who are really financially struggling and cannot pay the fee. And the more you support, I told you, know, today, because Lilimol suggested me to take this only on one person's request, I prepared this PPT and presented, because Lilimol is one of the panel members. She is the one who spends a lot of time for this platform. So just I had admitted a couple of you, that's all. So those who really support the platform, we give them extra time because they need to be given, because I save time. Whatever I have to do, they are supporting me by doing my work. Like, you know, preparing the list. Now, most of the things are on criteria-based admissions, no? Because almost all our sessions are full. So now we have started criteria-based admissions. They have to assess, take the list, admit according to the list.
Excuse me, Father. Good morning, Father. I'm Shiny here.
Yes.
I have a bit doubt regarding the A part.
Okay. We'll no, not now. We'll get back to it because our resource person is waiting. After the session, I can clarify it. Okay.
Okay.
Or the thing is, you can just post your concern in either in Mentors Hour or in the YouTube channel. So it's easy to collect. You know, in the YouTube comment space.
Humble request, if possible, sir can upload the videos. So at least, so we can go. Actually, I have already booked the exam.
No problem. Now what I am telling you is that, see, if you know the editing basics of editing, you know, editing takes a lot of time because a lot of distractions. Even today, you see, I had to stop so many times. With every distraction, I have to cut it and edit. You know, otherwise we have to respect the social media, no? So it takes 5-6 hours. Normally it takes 6 hours. This session will take at least 8 hours to edit. Every time there is a gap, there is a distraction. So it's you see, this is a free platform. If we ask somebody to edit, I will have to pay them at least 10,000 per video. You know, it's very expensive. Editing business is very expensive. So just to help these poor nurses and poor people who cannot afford training, I learned editing and I am doing it by myself.
So for the purpose of managing, we can just, you know, contribute something like that also.
No. We don't accept any money, but then the admin panel is planning for that. You can contact admin panel. They are planning to employ somebody at least part-time. If you want to support the platform, definitely you can think of admin panel. Recently had a discussion on that, at least keeping somebody part-time to manage the platform, you know. But we are not spending any money. All these people with their goodwill, the volunteers, guardian angel, the admin panel, all these people are working. Now we thought to lessen their burden, these admin panel members, and some of them, you know, every day they're Anna, Bobby and all, they have passed their exams long back, OET, from our platform. Now they are spending time. Now Winnie is going to handle the next section, Winnie Manoharan. She has passed with a great score long back. Now she has come back to assist others. So there are so many people helping that way. Now I thought I should not be taxing them too much. So the admin panel was thinking we'll employ someone online, at least to manage the daily business of the platform. So you can think of, you can just contact and contribute, no problem. You can support them. However, we don't charge anything, or we don't on any mode. I will not be accepting any money, but the admin panel will make arrangements, and you will be directly paying.
Is there any
them.
special name I can contact, sir?
Yeah, Rajani, you can contact. Lilimol is here. Rajani is here. You can just message in the Telegram, then they will respond to you. And if you all spend, that's what I said, if people who are benefiting from the platform spend 10 minutes for the platform, I can take even more sessions. I can guide you even more.
My father, 1 minute, can I type? I'm
Yes.
Rajini.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. My dear brothers and sisters, as you know, there are two groups we have. One is known as Guardian Angels to help the platform. Okay, and other one is known as Good Samaritan, that is to help the platform and economically. Okay, if you are interested, please contact us. Admin panel members list will post in the main platform. Okay.
What about the guardian angel? What?
To look after the platform. There will be somebody every time will be present in the platform to answer others' concerns and all. Okay, so you can contact us. We'll give you the clarification.
Yes. So thank you very much.
Yes,
Yeah, thank you very much. My thing is done. Especially, I want you to support the YouTube channel so that it reaches many people. Whenever you go, not only to the video, to the comments as well, there is a like button. You know, just as you scroll, just touch the button and go. That helps you a lot in reaching people. And also give the comments there. And whenever you give comments, try to type EduSkills name. Okay. That gives a reach in YouTube. The more, even when I speak now, the word EduSkills gives reach to the channel because the channel name is EduSkills. Okay. And we will do our maximum. The more support is coming, as Dr. Mohammed said, a small support from you will definitely make a different change. And if you all can think of doing something good, God will reward you. You will be helping. Just imagine, because of these, some people here, Soumya Shami is not here. She is the founder member or the founder admin of this channel. This is of the health professionals, by the health professional, for the health professionals. I am not the owner in fact. Okay. The channel is in my name. The whole thing is done by them. So if you all can join hands, the whole world can benefit from the whole thing. I can give them maximum, I tell you. Now where it is available, now I can give them maximum any category of people. And there are people who are supporting. I acknowledge all their supports.
I need to thankful, give you thanks.
Okay, you are most welcome. Most
I
welcome.
share about videos to my friends and I let them to like the videos and give good comments.
Yeah. And also subscribe and send to maximum people and subscribe.